Alright, take 3 for the morning from 3 different spots. I think that looks pretty cool. Some of it not so much, but there's a lot of swirls in it. That's our sunrise. And that's all blue sky coming. I think yesterday we only had a 20% chance of rain, and today's supposed to be 60%. We'll see what happens. Oh, that's what I wasted some in the last little bit. I caught one of those new calves here in the lot, and she took off running and bucking and jumping. So, dang it. Sorry guys, I missed your cow moments because I got rid of it. But, yeah, Lena just walked in. Feed barn's pretty well full of cows. Others down there in the bottom are headed to go in. I just ended up with too much video to start out with. Probably wouldn't have made no difference. Maybe you'd all watched a 30-minute video from me, but I try not to make them that long. So, hey, sorry I didn't get too many cows today. Maybe I'll go check some later and get some good video. But, up in the shop. It's on the verge of being chilly out here too. It's 50 degrees. Which when you get used to it being a little warmer than that, it feels cold. Especially when it's damp. Anyway. Before I put my YouTube video up last night, I put a TikTok video up showing that bearing assembly. And there's quite a few mechanics on there. I'm sure there's lots of mechanics that have no content. I had 3 people all give me just about the same answer. All 3 have no content. I mean, I'm not holding that against them. There's a lot of nice people on there, a lot of nice people on here. They just don't have any videos. And that's fine. So, what the first one said is, if I can get one of these little pieces, goes in the top half. Goes to the clutch side, so it would be to the back side. The other 2 go in the bottom half on the cap. I don't know how much sense that really makes to me, but that's the way they're doing it. Apparently, Ron found a blog with a bunch of it on there. And, I mean, they've been doing it for 30 years. Okay, well, I ain't been into a John Deere for that long, I guess. Or at least we ended up with old school parts last time, because that's the only style bearing, thrust washer bearing assembly I've ever put in. But we're going to see what happens. So, and Ron said last night they got them all rolled in except for the one. So, means there shouldn't be any boxes left anywhere besides that one. Roll it in. Torque them up. Check clearance on a couple and call her good. Suppose it's been a few days since we've been in here and checked out the pest. Hi, buddy. Yeah, good morning. His number 1's been showing up early enough to feed till this morning. I like the way the red wraps her on the top of her head, wraps her under ear. I walked in here, one of these critters over here was letting out a long, low moo. It was not the bull, by the way. I think it was probably a yearling. And there's Curious George hiding in the middle. What's up, buddy? Huh? Hi, Bam Bam. You know, it lasted seriously a minute or better. I was kind of dumbfounded. It's like, that's a long move. Oh, and I think this is the one they call. Yeah, forgot what they call her. Oh well. I said it before. Number 2's got a TikTok with her following her around the pasture. And the other girls are over there too. Looks like they see the bull too, unless it's Boomer. Can't tell the two from here. All you see is the top of their back. And yep, I was going to say that's 023 making most of the noise. Followed by 132. Oh, well, I got to get something done today. I can't show you the whole day. I got to put my phone in my pocket and get back to work. Dang, they're noisy over there in those lockups. So it looks like Bam Bam's got a girlfriend. I don't know who it is. And Dino, he's got one too, but all I know is her tag's in the right ear instead of the left ear because her left ear is ripped out. Can't read the tag. And Boomer came over here after eating grain over on the other side there, since we left this open so they would eat more hay out of that feeder instead of wasting it. So, hey. And look at that little calf on her side. That calf is probably at least waist high on me now. She does put out some hellaciously big calves. So, I think that cow came down here where the feeder's a little higher off the ground because he already shoved her half into it, 2 sections over. Can't shove her into it here. Oh well. If I only knew who it was, we'd have a potential breeding date on her. I'm kind of wondering, this other one, she's kind of friendly with him. She's saying, oh honey, but maybe I want little lovin's too. Oh well. There you have it. Pretty sure all of them are in the barn. Maybe not all the calves. Well, I know they're not all in the barn because there's heifer calves standing out there. There they are. That one actually, they snap together. They go on. So, it will be interesting.
And yes, the one is lubed, the one is not. I'm not lubing the top one yet.
The top one's not lubed yet because we're not underneath there yet to do it. Look at this. They started swathing crimson this morning. One of the machines is down here. Behind us and on the other side of the hill over there. Looked like they got it done. They still got a bit to do. We just went to town and picked up some O-rings.
I checked the field.
And just come by our fields back there. I should have shown you. We left it volunteer, figured on making hay on it, but...
Just kidding, we'll be getting the combine out.
Looks like we'll be combining it because there's enough oats there and part of it's far enough along now, the way the weather's been. They got a little drying to do here after it quits raining because all that ryegrass has got to dry down enough to make it through the combine. So, anyway, and so it looks like we got about 70 acres to combine anyway. Got to go check out a couple other fields yet. My hands are done. Back to worrying about this. I just took a telescopic gauge and set it to fit the others. And it does more or less fit here, but I'd rather have a little bit of room around that JB weld. If it's a touch loose there, that's fine. It won't catch when we push the liner down and peel the JB weld out. So, there's the gauge. There's the clearance maker. It's got a cover on it. Yeah, I just spent the last, probably a couple hours, I guess. I was having trouble with the liners getting down low enough because on top of that ledge was all carboned. The old liners had shims, carboned around the shims, I guess. I got it all scraped out. Finished getting the top cleaned up, is probably as good as it's going to get. Washed the head bolt holes out with some brake clean, and decided, you know what, I'm just going to cover it. Nothing gets in the holes, nothing gets in anything. All the bearings are in, they're torqued. Well, mains are. Rods aren't, obviously, because there's nothing there. Dog's trying to trip me as I go to back up. And, yeah, as you know, you got a clip of us coming home. Finally, actually found some O-rings. Went into Forest Grove and had a visit with them after I called them, and they said, yeah, we got some. Guess what? They had 6. Guess how many I need if we're going to fill that other hole? We need 6. So that's perfect. Had a nice chat with the parts guy in there. He gets the total, and he's, oh, wait a minute. It might be less. Let's see. And he comes up with a better total, and he says, oh, but wait, no, we got to get our governor's money in there too. We got to pay what they call a CAT tax. Every single part we buy, every single part sold in the state of Oregon, all have to pay it. So, hey, for about $8 in O-rings, we had to pay her 6 cents. Isn't that nice? All because, why? Because we do it. And we shouldn't. No other governor ever wanted that crap, and she decided she had to have it. Sorry, but I got to. If you want my blood pressure to go through the roof, I talk about her for 10 seconds. In her 3rd term in a 2-term state. That ain't supposed to happen either. Not to mention the fact that she's trying to shut down all farms in the state, because she tried that when she first got in. She's been trying it ever since, farming and logging. We don't need that. Even though we're 3/4 of the money that come into the state, she thinks it's all tourism and high tech. Yeah, she's a dummy. Anyway, I'm done for the night. I wanted to try to get liners set today, but I didn't have any 9/16 bolts to hold the liners in, because I was thinking those were either 1/2 or 5/8. Oh, hell no, they're 9/16. So, number one, pick some of those up on our way home. And I did find in the book, it says when you put the head gasket in, put a light coating of RTV on both sides of it. That explains why I thought it was glued in. Explains why I spent so much time getting the rest of this stuff off of here. So, I mean, we got an old tube here, but I don't think it's enough to do everything. So, she picked that up too. So we'll have the rest of it in the morning, and hopefully, if all goes well, there might be pistons in that by the end of the day tomorrow. Might even be farther than that. It just depends on, what else comes up. So, thanks for watching.